Okay, so today we're going to learn one of the coolest Eric Johnson guitar licks. Okay, so I'm taking this from Eric's Desert Rose solo, and it's just one of those licks, passages, sections, whatever you want to call it, in there that always caught my ear. And when I learned it, I'm like, there's so many cool spread triad ideas here. So keep that in mind. Spread triads, very Eric Johnson. And if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I also posted another video a while back, more of Eric Johnson's kind of chordal playing. So I'll link that up in the cards. But if you guys want the tabs for today's lesson, you totally can snag those down below. If you would, do me a favor, hit subscribe. We've been doing lots of lessons, so let me know who you would want me to do a lesson on next. Blah, I can't talk. And I also just launched a 5-day fretboard challenge. That's totally free, but you can check that out as well if you want. And let's get into the lesson. All right, so we're gonna start off on 6th fret of the A. Go to 5th fret on the D, 8th fret on the D, and then 8th fret on the G. I'm rolling my pinky to get that one. Now, I will say there's no real clips that I could find of Eric playing the solo live. He kind of improvises a lot more and doesn't really play this section of it live, so I didn't really have much to go off of, because you could play everything I'm getting ready to show you in multiple ways. You know, like this section here, you could easily go, just like that if you wanted to. This is the one that kind of just set me up better for the next part, so I did this. But again, just find the right notes is really all you gotta have. Now what's fascinating here about this is that it's just a simple major chord. Actually, all of these are just your basic major and minor chords. Actually, I think they're all major, when I think about it. And what he's doing is he's starting here on his root, so this is essentially a D sharp major. Right there, root, 3rd, 5th, octave of the root. So you're gonna find that a lot. A lot of times Eric actually displaces the 3rd and 5th of the chord, and he'll move that to the bass and start on those notes instead of always starting on the root, even though this time we're starting on the root. Now the next one goes like this. And again, you hear this, and one of my favorite things about Eric's playing is how you can take simple ideas and they sound so different, even though we're just doing basic chords. So we're gonna go 4th fret on the A, 6th fret on the D, 6th fret on the B, string skip, very essential for Eric's sound. And I'm reaching up and getting 9th fret on the B with my pinky, kind of a big stretch. So if that stretch is too much for you, do it like this. You could go 4, 6, 6, 4 on the high E string. The only reason I'm doing the bigger stretch is because it made it easier to, for me for some reason. And it seemed more Eric-ish, I should say, not Eric-ish. But again, that's just a basic major chord. Look, root, 5th, 3rd, octave of the 5th. That's all it is. Now all you do is take this shape and move it up a full step. You're gonna go 6 on the A string, 8 on the D, 8 on the B, up to 11. So again, that's that D sharp major, and the other one would be like a C sharp, D flat major, whatever you want to call them. Now the next one's pretty tricky, but he's again he's not starting on the root this time. So he walks up to 8th fret on the A, then you're gonna go to 11th fret on the D, you go to 10th fret on the G, and then I go to 13 on the G. But again, if the stretch is weird for you, you could play it like this. I just liked the way that one sounded better. His sounds a little fatter, and playing that note on the G sounds, to my ears, fatter than playing it on the B. The B has this like ping to it that his wasn't doing, so I don't know. I'm probably just hearing stuff. But let's evaluate what we're doing here, because he's essentially taking what would be a C sharp major, but he's starting on the 3rd. So he puts the 3rd in the bass. Now next we're gonna like this. Again, I'm doing the bigger stretch version, but I'll show you a kind of an alternative to it as well. So 11th fret on the low E string, followed by 13th fret on the D. Then you go to 10 on the B, and all the way up to 16 on the B. Now, if that stretch, again, is too much for you, you're gonna roll your finger here when you get to that 11 on the B and go to 11 on the high E string. So, again, there's alternatives to play all of this stuff. And you're almost home free. The final part here is just gonna go 11th fret on the D to 13 on the G. Then on the high string, you're gonna go 11, 13. So. Now you hop up to 16, 15, bend up a half step, let it come back down. So, and then 16, 18. So you have. Don't let your string fall to the fretboard like mine did. So all together slow. I'll play it both ways for you. I'll play the big stretch way, and then I'll play it the little stretch way. So we'll go like this. And then the version with less stretching would look like this. Now, I will talk about the picking here for just a second before we get out of here, because it's probably a little bit random, but I did notice that I am doing a lot of up picks. Like down, up, up, up. And I think it's just because when I do the string skipping, I do ups so I can go around the strings and hopefully not get all the noise. Yeah, down, up, up, up. Again, you can pick it however you want to. I don't think that's really essential, but that's just how I'm gonna pick this one. So there you have it. So other than that, guys, I'm bouncing out of here. I hope you enjoyed this Eric Johnson lick. I've really enjoyed getting back to lessons. You know, that's what the channel started as. And I just got really burnt out for a long time. If you know, we'll have a real talk moment here at the end of this video. But yeah, I just got super burnt out. And I've just been really inspired to do teaching videos again here. So hopefully you guys are enjoying them. If you made it here to the end, let me know who you would like me to cover in this. Like the Perfect Lick series, or you know, whatever you want the video to be. But I would just be curious to know what you guys want to see. And then I think I'm gonna bounce on out of here. So get your tabs, subscribe, and then I will see you all in the next video into bluesy Eric Johnson style.